Alright. I have no idea if this is working. Alright. I have no idea. Looks like we're live. This is great. As I said in the description, I've got no idea how to use Krita. No idea how to use OBS. This is gonna go well. Okay, let me tweet out. There should be a stream link that I can tweet out. I found it. Let's go. We did it. Alright, Twitter is broken. This is off to a great start. Terrific. Doing great. Alright, I guess we'll just get started. Let me put up some music. Let me know if you guys can hear the music. Because it's very loud for me, but also I don't know if I did my OBS correctly. But yeah, let's do a... Oh, hello? There we go. Welcome to stream, everyone. Alright, you can hear my voice, but my voice is really quiet. Let me boost that. Alright, is this better? Hello? Testing? Okay. So, today I'm hoping to just test this out. I don't want to promise anything, in the future, but I do hope that if I figure this out, I'll be able to, do more art live, show my processes a little bit more, and we'll see from there, but yeah, this far, just seeing how this works. So today I want to, draw some Empire's art, because I miss it. Probably some Season 1 stuff, maybe a little bit of Season 2. Just gonna be a chill time, you know. Alright. I've just noticed that I don't have layers on. Does anyone in the chat happen to know how to open layers on Krita? Oh boy. Default. Has this one? There it is. We did it. Okay. Let me... Oh god. Alright, do you guys want to see the left side of the screen or the right side of the screen? It's gonna be real scuffed. Or we could even do that and have it be... How does that look? Oh, that's kind of ugly. Hold up, let me go back. There we go. Alright, you guys are just gonna have to deal with not being able to see layers. This is what we're working on today. Alright, why don't we start off with Empire Season 1 callback. Let's just warm up with my favorite warm-up character to draw, which is Empire Scott. It's great, love the colors, love simple design. We love to see it. Alright, well, I'm blocking everything. How has everyone's day been? Mine is I made lunch today, which was very exciting. I made fried eggs, and then I made rice, and then I made some spinach, and it was very good. And then I sent a picture to my mom, and she said that it looked very good, so we love that. Hot Boy Blue Edition, so true. Gotta love me some really sad elves, just so depressed. You missed season 1? You gotta go watch it, bro. It's honestly, I liked it a lot more than season 2. I don't know if it's because it was during COVID, so I just had more time to get invested, but it really gave the D&D high fantasy feels. Alright. Got a pretty good rough sketch. Let me just fucking block in some wings now. Gotta give him the big old owl wings. Love seeing different art processes. Yeah, we'll be able to enjoy my process of doing about 6 different sketches before I move on to rendering. Alright. Are you guys enjoying the beats, by the way, the Tears of the Kingdom beats that I searched on Spotify and clicked the first playlist that came up? Honestly, that's why I haven't been drawing as much, is I've just been obsessively playing Tears. God, that game is so good. I haven't beaten it quite yet. I'm just prepping for the final fight. And I never actually beat Breath of the Wild, so I haven't, I've only fought Ganon once when I played Ocarina, but I'm excited because Ocarina, unpopular opinion, that game kind of sucked. Feel like that game, it really ran on nostalgia factor, and if you don't have the nostalgia factor, it is just so mid at best. Alright, we'll move on to cleaning up the sketch. I gotta figure out how to import brushes into Krita, because I kind of miss having my sketch pens and my more toothy brushes. Speaking of, what's in here? Let's see. Okay, they got a couple pencils. How's this one? Oh, that's interesting. What about this one? Gonna be honest, not really a fan. I will be going back to Mike. That one's kind of fun. It's got a chisel tip. Okay, there we go. We're back. Okay. Let's see. Move that eye closer. What are other stream topics? What do streamers do? What do streamers talk about? Let's see. You know, one other thing I've been really enjoying lately, Nimona on Netflix that just dropped. Highly recommend. I've watched it 3 times already. It made me cry all 3 times, and it's just, what happened there? Selection mask, what the hell? It's just, as I was saying, it's just a very beautiful story, and it's very well animated. What did you miss? Absolutely nothing. You're all good. We're just having a chill time while I try to figure out how this stream works. You're gonna watch it tonight? Oh boy, it is what a trip. Also, great soundtrack in that movie as well. They really went for the like pop punk, like late 90s, early 2000s Riot Girl energy, and I think they really achieved it. So that's on my list of soundtracks that I gotta listen to. Well, thank you. Good luck on having a good sleep. Alright, zoom out. Okay, that needs a little bit of adjusting. God, I love digital art. It's great. You can just do that, and do a zoom. Wait. Make his face really small. And then we can make it really, really big as well. God, this is giving like early YouTube video CGI. Oh boy. Let's fix that real quick. Oh. Is my krita crashing? My krita might be crashing, guys. As I said, suck scream. Let's go. Oh, okay. We're just gonna have to wait a bit, because I think the power of this face, I think might have straight up crashed the software. So we're just gonna chill here for a bit. Star is really good. I wish I could draw like that. Well, thank you, first of all. Second of all, I bet you can. I've been drawing for, oh god, more than a decade now. So, you know, puts it all in perspective. If you draw for more than a decade, I bet you can draw like this. Probably even better. Alright. Alright, something is happening here. There it is. Krita not responding. Okay. I'm glad to see that my laptop is performing about exactly as well as I thought it would. Alright, and we're back. And maybe this time, when we adjust it, it won't crash the software. So far, so good. Don't get an Alienware laptop, guys. It's not good. It's not worth it. Alright. Let me see if I can find that brush again. There it is. Alright, and then now we do hair. So how I do hair usually is I draw in the full head, you know. Like to slap his bald head. Reblog to slap his bald head. Those vibes. And then from that we establish the hairline. So this is especially useful with characters that just have completely insane hairlines. Like, I grew up learning how to draw from Pokemon. I grew up learning how to draw from cartoons. So when you have a more rendered out painted style, you gotta really figure it out before you start, because, oh boy, some of those hairstyles, insane. Alright. So another thing you can do is block out the rough shapes first. Because when you think about hair, it usually falls in clumps, right? Because gravity usually affects an area at a time. So you can rough in the patches first, and then sort of render out the strands later. Keep losing this brush. There we go. The face is still a bit weird. Alright, there we go. Got the head. And then, let's see if I can still do Empire Scott from memory. Got his scarf. And then we got his belt thing. And his tunic. What song is this? This is a bop? Riju's theme. God, I love Riju. What a girl boss. She's so cool. I don't actually usually use Krita. This is, I think, my second time trying to make a drawing on Krita. I tried to make an animation that was kind of doomed from the start, and then I just kept going at it, and then eventually I gave up because my Krita kept crashing, and then I posted it as an unfinished animatic, out of shame, about half a year after leaving it in my works in progress folders. So I want to use Krita more because I got this drawing tablet and it's got a really big screen, which is a nice change from my little iPad screen. But I really don't know what I'm doing. So I mean, if you use Krita, please give me advice. If anyone here knows what they're doing, please let me know if there's anything I could be doing better, because oh boy, I've not had to pick up a new drawing software in literal years. Like, I want him to be smiling more. Like this. Alright. God, I'm trying to remember what the sleeve situation was. I feel like I had, like, this thing happening with him. Right, he had some sort of Shaw. Alright. That looks correct. And then he had shoulder pads. And then he had the gauntlet things. God, I keep trying to use my fingers to zoom in things and it just doesn't work. Alright. And then, here we go. Let's block in his little Spartan skirt thing that I had. Alright, that's like kinda him. Is anyone doing anything fun this summer? Because let me tell you, once you start college, your summer is basically gotta work and you gotta do internships, and you've got no free time to do anything. Alright. It is biker shorts. God, this really is such a high fantasy ass drawing. Or rather, character design. Just makes no sense, but at least it looks glamorous, you know? That's all that really matters. Okay, let's zoom out. Oh, his legs are comedically small. Oh, that's not correct. There we go. That's more like it. Alright. That's pretty good for the rough sketch. And then let's do the wings. I get the metal bits. Alright, and 3 layers of feathers. God, this is what all the years of me looking at bird bones and bird anatomy was for. So I can draw some wings. Alright, there we go. Oh my god, Vile stream. Hi, Conk. Hello. Yeah, we out here streaming today. I feel like this space on the right is kind of empty. Let's draw something else. Who should I draw on the right? Let me know. How are you doing, Conk? Are you doing well? How's your summer going? Alright. Let's not do them facing the same direction. That's kind of boring. Why don't we make this season 2, Scott, actually? That would be quite fun. Sort of like, you know those movie posters? Like the promo posters of, like characters then versus now? You could do something like that. Been real busy, but good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Alright. Let's rough in another pose. Alright, there we go. That's a pretty good pose. One of my favorite things to do on Instagram is to watch photographers make like Instagram reels, or on YouTube Shorts is watching photographers talk about how to pose and how to frame shots. I feel like there's a lot that artists can learn from like looking at photography references or how they compose shots IRL. Like I can never do photography. I wouldn't like the freedom that you have with drawing is that you can literally create anything you want, and with photography you have to take existing things and then create a shot, right? So I feel like photographers are really the masters of composition and all that. So you're gonna be learning from the best. Are they both Scott? Yeah, so gonna do season 1, we already drew him in. And then now we're gonna put season 2 Scott in here. Alright. Let me think about this shoulder. Okay, so he's got this jacket, which goes like this, and it does like sort of this. And then he's got another belt, and he's got the strands that are tied off. And there we go. And then as in for the undershirt, give him a little turtleneck. Oh god. What I've done here is I've accidentally made a hand pose that is hard to draw, and I've now committed myself to drawing it. And that's just real unfortunate of me. You know? That's a little scuffed. It's actually pretty scuffed, rather very scuffed, and we are just gonna ignore that fact and move on. What character am I drawing? Well, right now we're working on Empires 2 Scott, and previously we've sketched an Empires 1 Scott. So we're just gonna make it into a bit of a, movie promo poster. That arm's too long. Let's move it back a little bit. Take it back now, y'all. Alright. Hand strike and truly. Oh boy, the hands. I spend maybe a quarter of my time in every drawing, if there's hands, on just drawing the hands. Just over and over and over again, rendering the knuckles, using the liquify tool to just mess around with the pose. But strangely, you know, I actually do really like drawing hands. I really like drawing people and like human anatomy in general, but like hands especially, they just got like so many bones and so many joints. And it's just a lot of fun, you know, good shapes. Feet though, feet are hard to draw. I haven't looked at enough feet to know how to draw them. Hands are hard to draw, so I sometimes draw characters with their hands behind their backs. Yeah, that's the good old classic artist trick, you know? Whatever you don't draw, just hide it, you know? I mean, honestly, if you can do that creatively, kudos to you, you know? It's a good way to try to make more interesting compositions, is to set limits for yourself, and that can include trying to have certain things that you require from a pose. I definitely do that with a lot of background things. If there's something from a background, like a tree or something that I don't want to render, I'll just block it out. Yeah, this arm is really fighting me. Tracing the picture of your own hands. Yeah, I've seen that trick as well, and I tried it, but the problem is I have like baby hands. I've got small little hands. So it'd be very clear if I was just constantly tracing my own hands. Because it would look very obviously like just one pair of hands. Place shadows by hands make and try to copy the shape. Yeah, using your own hands are definitely a good reference. I usually do that a lot with people, is if I'm trying to like do a pose, I'll do the pose and I'll try to figure it out. The issue with that though is I started just like having same face syndrome, but with body, so I guess like same body syndrome, because then every character looks like me. So I've been trying to remedy that a little bit by making characters like fatter or skinnier, or like give them different different joints or just weight distributions. But that's definitely a roadblock you can run into with that. Alright. Once again, we're gonna roughen the forehead. A good trick that I figured out, if you want to avoid same face syndrome, or at least if you want to like basically an easy way to sort of remedy that, is to change up your character's hairlines. And that's also a really good place to sneak in shape language. You know, with the rounds, your squares, your triangles. Because it's a place where you can kind of do whatever you want and it won't look too strange. But it does subtly add some variety. Okay. I feel like Empire's 2 Scott would have more of an open mouth. He seems more extroverted, you know. Alright, let's get in those top row of teeth. And then from the angle, you would see a little bit of teeth from the bottom row. And then you're gonna see tongue. Okay, let's zoom out to fix this hair. Also shift this face up. Oh, I did something that I was not supposed to do. There we go, okay. Alright. I'm still clearly not super used to krita, but we're getting there. How long have we been up for? Alright, 38 minutes. This is a respectable amount of time. Probably want to keep going for maybe another 30 to 40 minutes. We'll see how I feel. Alright. Also gonna move this ear a little bit more up. Yeah, krita, it's definitely a lot more complicated than Procreate. So I've come from a very spoiled background of being able to use Procreate all the time. So learning krita, sort of like going back to Fire Alpaca. A lot of different buttons. I want to eventually be able to get Clip Studio Paint, because I have a couple friends who use it, and I really like some of the brushes the few times I've tried it. But it's real expensive, so. Alright, and then I'm gonna do the collar. Yeah, I think Fire Alpaca is probably everyone's starter software, you know? It's, I think it came free with the $60 Wacom, which is probably why I was using it for so long. But yeah, I went from Fire Alpaca straight to Procreate, so that was definitely a step up. And then now I'm here on Krita because I got myself a Huion. Okay, let's zoom out. That's pretty good. Alright. So I feel like thinking what kind of jewelry you're gonna. Okay, do you any of you guys remember if you ever went to Claire's and they had the feather jewelry and that was a whole thing for a while? That just gives such Chromia Scott vibes to me. Like, Chromia Scott would love Claire's. Alright, hold up. Check two things. First of all, song check. Alright, still a bop, still bopping, okay. And Twitter check. Twitter is still broken. I'm assuming I've reached my post limit or whatever. I don't know, God, Twitter... I'm still on the old version on my mobile device, and I like never log in on desktop, so people keep complaining about things going wrong, and I just never experience it. But oh boy, I'm just gonna stay on that platform and wait for the ship to sink, I think. I keep seeing people make thread accounts, and then going back to Twitter saying that they tried to delete their thread accounts. So I feel like that's not a great advertisement for the site, you know? Alright. There we go. Let's put both of them in the same frame. Oh no, that's not part of the drawing. There we go. It's gonna go back in the background with white, so then we can turn up the opacity of that. And it's pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna merge those. Control E, okay. And then I'm gonna do some quick adjustments. Make the head smaller here. Tilt it a little bit more up. Okay. Those are pretty good match in terms of sizes. Alright. How's everyone doing so far? We're vibing, you know, we're doing good. Just finished off this sketch. Let's see. Kind of feeling line art for this one, so gonna choose ink brush and we'll do some color blocking, we'll do some inking, gonna have some fun. Okay. What's this brush? Okay, that's like a standard round inker. With a feather pen. Yo. That's kinda cool. Okay. Oh, I don't know what that was. Okay, got a little bit of bump. Okay. I quite like this one. I think it's supposed to be a calligraphy pen, but it's got some interesting shapes happening, so. Alright, let's start over here with Empires 1. God, I want to make this brush even smaller, but I don't think you physically can. I've gotten back into inking lately. I really like inking traditionally, but digitally I usually paint a lot of my drawings, so I don't actually do line art. But recently, I think because of the influence of a lot of different animated movies, I've gotten back into having more blocky shapes and stylized line art. And it's kind of fun, right? It's another thing that you get to mess with, experiment with in your art. And when you paint, you just are missing that element. Alright. Well, thank you, Leah. I'm glad you think that. Alright. What is this? What the hell? That's quite cool. Okay. Wait. Ayo? That's really cool. Okay. I have to play around with that sometime. This is giving more like old school digital art vibes where you just have a couple brushes that are just batshit insane. And it's fun, you know? You never use them, but you do like to scribble with them. You know what? This brush, I like the line difference. Not thrilled about the fact that you can't make it small. So I'm gonna go back to this boring brush. Cause get more control with it. Alright. Do you prefer cleaner liner or more messy? Honestly, I feel like it depends on the vibe I'm going for. Um, and sort of what kind of mood I'm in. I don't really have a set. Well, I definitely have a sort of a default quote-unquote art style, but even then, I draw in my commissions are in 3 different styles, and then I have a 4th style I draw in for animation. Um, so I change it up depending on what I'm going for. Cleaner is definitely easier for me, just because I'm lazy, and that means that I can then like bucket in colors, which is quite nice. Alright. Get it in his ears. Are are we repeating songs? I feel like we've heard these songs before. I might be wrong. Playlist is supposed to be quite long, but yeah, let me know if you guys have music suggestions. Got Spotify open, so okay. That's the copy tool. That is not what we're going for. And his crystals. And then Jen. But I think back on the discussion of messy versus clean line art, a lot of my line art in general is I took a lot of inspiration from like old comics. So in the comics you would have some of them would have very clean line art, and then some of them would be like splatters across the page. And I feel like that's kind of what gave each artist and each comic its own twist, you know? Like, a lot of comics, good comics, if they're good, I feel like use the art style and they use techniques to accentuate the character and add more to the story. It's not just using a style as a tool or a mode of storytelling. It's incorporating it into the story itself. So that's something that I really like to do with switching up my styles. Also, I feel like it just kind of gets boring if I do the same line art after a while. You know, the ADHD brain in me can't do the same thing every time, or I will just give up. So, alright. Color crystal. What genre? Well, honestly, mostly Marvel. I had a huge Marvel phase that started with the MCU, but then gradually just grew and then changed to looking at like I didn't really read a ton of comics. I mostly like looked at the artwork and stuff. Just cause frankly I didn't have the time to go look for like all 300 issues of different series and reboots of Daredevil. But I do like the artwork, so. But at this point, I don't know, MCU. The way I feel about the MCU is kind of like how I feel about Pokemon, where I'm like, it used to be really good, and then you guys just made it bad, and then I'm just very sad about it. Like, I was so excited that they were gonna reboot Daredevil, like this TV show, and I don't know. Well, first of all, it might not happen because of the writer's strike, which, you know, gotta pay writers fairly. And then second of all, after watching She-Hulk, I was like, you know, I don't know who wrote this, but it's not good. It's just not, it's not good, so I don't think, even if they make a Daredevil show, unless they hear good things, I don't think I'm gonna watch it on my own volition. Alright. Add some under eye shadow, because our man's tired. The mouth is not working, but we'll return to that at a later date. Alright. God, this Shaw shoulder covering thing is probably one of the most nonsensical pieces of clothing I've ever designed for a character. Like, I like designing. So I got into art initially through fashion design. For a bit, I did consider like going to fashion school and all that. So I like approaching designing characters in a similar way of like everything has to have a function, you know? Like it has to make sense for a character to wear. But this Shaw, this thing, not only is it, I'm gonna be honest, kind of ugly, it makes absolutely no goddamn sense. But you know what? That's fine. We're just gonna roll with it. You know, royal families. Sometimes the outfits are a little bit whack. Okay, we're gonna go change. I just looked at the face again, just in passing, and I just genuinely hate it so much. We are changing this. It's so bad. It's really scary. It's too close-mouthed. Alright. That's a lot better. We don't have to look at the teeth anymore. We're good. Alright. Let's move over here. I love drawing people at this angle, where it's almost profile, but like not quite profile. Because you can just hide so much, but you don't have to make it exactly symmetrical. Because the thing with drawing, the reason drawing exact profile is hard, is that if you don't make it super accurate, it's really, really obvious. But then if you make it too stiff, then it's very easy to make it look very robotic. But then if you just shift it slightly, it gives you so much more leeway. It's great. Alright. And so this ear. There's something to be said about how I know how to draw elf ears from just all angles. I think it really says something about me. Alright. Okay. That's so we're also gonna add the um eye corners. And then a really easy trick to do, regardless of the angle, to add detail is to draw in the rest of the eyeball under the skin. Whether that's in your line art or through shading. And that just adds a little more va-va-boom, you know? this hair down this way. Oh my gosh. I can start a poll. I figured out how to start a poll. Okay, I'm gonna start a poll. And let's see, what should it be? Empires to Scott, ponytail, or no? Alright, you guys have fun with that. I'm learning how to stream. This is so exciting. Okay, and we got other tabs as well. My stream status is good right now. We're glad to hear that. Oh, never mind. Apparently good means that there's minor issues. So we're just gonna ignore the fact that my bitrate seems to be dropping. I don't know what that means, I'm gonna be honest. But you know, we're still going, and that's good enough for me. Alright, the poll seems to be very solidly yes at the moment. So alright. Rough and little ponytail here. It's not gonna be a big one, but there we go. Turn down the opacity a little bit. Alright. That's that part done. Move on to the collar now. One thing I do love about messy inks is that you can just kind of black out areas. And that's fun. Because then I don't have to draw them. And that's always good. Okay. Let's probably move this part a bit more of the split. Usually in jackets they're like here. God, drawing these makes me want to go to Ren Fair so bad. I haven't been to a Renaissance fair in a while, but the last time I went, it was very fun. And I didn't get to cosplay last time, so I really want to dress up this time. Or the next time whenever I go, because I don't know, maybe it'll happen this year. Alright, let's see. Oh, hello, Anonymous. Hey, yo. We're just chilling. We're drawing both Empire Scots. I think once I finish inking, we'll end this stream. Alright. Have you watched Origins? Of course. We love Starboy. It's probably my favorite Minecraft skin, just of all time. It's just such a well-designed character. My phone lock screen is actually I'm drawing on this Starboy. Because Sparkly Boy, it's so true. Love a little pizzazz, love a good razzle dazzle, as they say. And awesome. Okay. That full? I'm gonna start a Q&A. I don't know what that does. Clicking some buttons. When I just clicked your channel and saw you drew Ethics A-List and screamed. I love that. He is my favorite Critical Role character. I love myself a tragic, sad nerd. That is, you know, that is my type. So Caleb and Essek, both of them, mwah, love them. And also like he's purple. That's my brand, you know. He's purple and sad and a nerd. What is there not to love about that man? Alright. Who is your favorite Mighty Nine character? As I said, Essek, Caleb, both love them both. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. One thing Critical Role does very, very well, is that their characters are more than the sum of their parts, you know? Like, the group, is definitely stronger as a whole, and that makes it very hard for me to choose a favorite character. Because I feel like if you remove a character, and take them away from the group, it does take a lot from their character. So it's hard for me to say, like, there's not really one character that I'm like, oh, I'm really excited to see what they do or what they say, because that really does apply to all of them for me. What's your favorite Minecraft creator? I mean, y'all, Mayday. I feel like the answer is obvious. He's also, the Minecraft creator thus far to give me the most money, so, you know, if anyone out there wants the title of Bio's favorite Minecraft creator, I am very easily bribable. I am just putting that out there. But in all seriousness, I really like Scott. He's great, loves content. He's a good vibe, you know? Also, that man, in every single SMP, you will never, as a Scott Smager fan, you will never get bored, you'll get variety, because he just is a part of everything. And I aspire for that energy, you know? But let's see. Other than that, I mean, you know, Technoblade, Blood for the Blood God, is great. Watched a lot of Tapple as well, especially his challenge videos. Unfortunately, I'm just not that into watching speedrunning. I think it's really fun to do, but to watch, it just kind of gets repetitive. But I always really like tuning into his MCC streams. It's very, he's very high energy, which I appreciate sometimes. And he just gets hype, you know? And God, let's see, who else? I mean, like, honestly, I feel like outside of, watching, like, POVs for Empires and Traffic SMP and all that kind of stuff, most of the content I consume isn't really Minecraft. One of my favorite channels at the moment is, what's the name? It's Just in the Trees, and it's a guy that makes things out of different wood, and then he talks about the trees, and then he makes recipes, and it's a good vibe. I also really enjoy watching. God, this is gonna. Please don't judge me. But I really like watching like knife reviews and like sword reviews on YouTube. Part of it is the history nerd, but also like blades cool, you know. I like seeing how they work and like they're pretty. But yeah, that's what else do I watch? I mean, honestly, other than that, I don't really. I used to watch a lot more YouTube. I watched Critical Role, obviously, and Dimension 20 and Dropout whenever they put videos on YouTube, because I'm too poor to buy Dropout TV. But other than that, I watch a lot of like shows, catching up on movies that I can watch when I was younger, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna watch animation with a guy that dissects girls. Okay. You know what? I hope you had fun with that. Are there any more? What song is this? What is... It's a bop, but I don't... It's Goron City, okay. For those of you, that tuned in after we talked about the music, right now we're playing some, Zelda Lo-Fi. I just, in Tears of the Kingdom, I did just beat, the Goron guy, the Goron, boss. And I haven't spent a bunch of time in Goron City. I'm gonna be honest, the Death Mountain atmosphere, not a huge fan. It's kind of ugly, and it makes me sad to look at. But they do sell gems for cheap there, which is nice. Alright. Conk, oh my god, I love him too. I don't know who you're talking about. Knowing you, I'm gonna assume it's the tree guy. But I'm not sure. Okay. Give him his Claire's feathers back. There we go. It was, yep, see? He really does have the neurodivergent swag, that man. I made his Earl Grey cookies, and they were great. They were so good. I don't know why I gave him an eyebrow ring. I just feel like he would have one, so it's staying. Alright, now let's finish off this side. Red color in the eyes. Does anyone know which side is blue and which side is yellow for Empire Sue Scott? If you do know, or if you want to look that up for me, that would be greatly appreciated. A trick that I like doing with the skirts is, or anything like this. Oh, my computer is going crazy. Guys, if the stream crashes again, just know that my computer is currently whirring at like 95 miles per hour. Anyways, you draw the bottom bits first, and then you can connect the lines, and it makes things a lot easier. Blue left, right, yellow right. Awesome. Thank you very much. Do you listen to songs and imagine animatics from them? Never make them really. Oh my gosh, I have. Wait one sec, let me get my sketchbook. I have a whole list of songs back here. That I'm hoping to make into animatics. But I don't think it's happening. And I also have a playlist on YouTube that I've titled Animatic Songs. And let me pull that up as well. Let's see. I am so unfamiliar with Spotify and desktop, oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see, potential animatics. Share, copy link. There you go. It is 16 songs long, and I've not made an animatic for any of them yet. But as for work in progress, as soon as I finish sketching out an animatic, I do usually try to push through and finish it. The one exception with the It Takes Two to Tango one was because my krita kept crashing so much that I just gave up, because I just could not be bothered to deal with it. But honestly, like storyboarding it in my sketchbook and like figuring it out, all the scenes and that kind of stuff, that kind of that's the hardest part, because that's where I have to actually figure out what's happening, and then after that is just drawing the frames digitally, you know, so that's the easy part. But usually when I make an animatic, it has to be a song that I listen to and straight away I'm like, yeah, this is the story that it's telling, and I can just imagine it in my head. And if I don't have an immediate, like if I can't create that in my head, then it's just not something that I'm gonna invest time in. Like, you know, this isn't my job, so I can afford to be a bit picky with it. Alright. Get the knees in. Let me hide the sketch to make this clearer. I like the snaps that are in the song. It's very like satisfying to hear. Alright. The bell goes up too high, so we're gonna move that down. Alright. There we go. Okay. And now let's bring the sketch back, because not a big fan of the no arms look. Oh, that did something. I think I accidentally zoomed in on my Chrome window. Alright. For his nose, I'm gonna bring the nose up a little bit. Okay. Go back to the arms. And whoever early in the stream that was saying that they like to hide the hands behind things, there you go. We've done it. This one's for you. This is sometimes I do. Another trick is redlining your figure underneath, on top of your line art. Should never be precious with your sketches, you know. You can sketch on top of your line art, you can even sketch on top of your renders. That's the beauty of digital art, is you can do this. So, gotta use that power, you know? Alright. So first of all, this is hand strike, but truly. Let's see, let's zoom. I feel like this hand's too big. The position's a bit weird, so. Let's shift that. And then let's move that over here. And then alright. And let's zoom in, check for tangents. This bit's a little bit worrying, but we'll shift things around. Making sure your lines aren't tangenting is a really easy way to just bump up your compositions just that little bit. Make everything look a lot cleaner. Alright, move that. Make some fabric lines. Alright. Some quick ear jewelry. This man's royalty, say no. Gotta get the drip. Okay, there we go. Okay. And let's finish off these wings, and we'll be done with the line art. Let me see first if there's any more questions that's waiting. Alright, looks like we're all cut up. Once again, feel free to drop any, I don't know what it looks from your guys' side, but, yeah, there is a Q&A happening. One real useful way to practice anatomy, and whether that's human anatomy or any other kind of anatomy, is to practice drawing machines. Because, I mean, your joints, your body basically, is a series of simple machines, whether it be like your joints being hinges or saddle joints, or ball and sockets, or even your muscles acting like pistons with the push and pull. and machines tend to have a lot easier shapes to master than the organic shapes of human bodies or animal bodies. So that's a good way to learn your anatomy and just sort of learn how things work, you know. Just think about that as I draw this metal bird parts. I'm gonna be honest though, these wings, these metal parts, purely from me going, what is the easiest way for me to avoid drawing more feathers, especially these little feathers at the top, that'll still make it look cool and also thematically appropriate. And this is the solution I came up with. So, you know, sometimes laziness is good. Laziness leads to innovation, truly. Alright. Let's draw in these actual feathers. Okay, and this one we're gonna figure out the angle on. Alright, why don't we merge this one down first? Oh, that's wrong. And since we changed the shoulder joint on this pose, have to refigure out the wings. Because we shifted the arm up, so that means the shoulder blade's gonna be more up, and that's gonna shift everything more this way. Be more like that. Mayday, I don't think that quote is an original. It's not a bio original, I'm gonna be honest. I think I did steal it from somewhere. Also, what is my favorite music genre? Not ashamed to say, top genre of 2022, and also top genre of several years before, show tunes. I'm a theater kid. Let's go. Other than that, really love me some punk, some metal. If anyone's, I've given my punk band recommendations to many people if they want to get into the punk scene. Like, I feel like I'm not super involved, but I quite like the music, and I have a lot of friends who are punk, so I feel like my music taste is a good starting point for, like, if you want to get a taste for it, but not the really, really obscure stuff. And then, let's see, other than just, like, classic pure punk, I do appreciate myself some pop punk, like Paramore, gotta love Paramore. Obviously My Chemical Romance, still my top one for concerts that I wish I could go to. Let's see. And then what else? I mean, you know, I got Hosier, Mitski, sort of the indie vibes. Those are good. And then I love myself some country as well, you know. I feel like country gets a bad rap because just, you know, the American countryside, but there's a lot of alternative country bands that are quite good. And I think they should be more appreciated. Honestly, I'll listen to anything as long as it has a strong rhythm and a strong percussion or bass. I'm not too picky. Not a huge fan of what's currently on the radio though, like TikTok music. Because it's very unstructured, which I can see why some people would like that. I just personally don't. Like Taylor Swift's new album, my friend showed me Lavender Haze, and she was like, "Oh my god, you're gonna love this, it's so good." And I was like, "This is not good." I do like Taylor Swift, but I do feel like this album was one of my least favorites of hers. But like talking about like music and all that kind of stuff reminds me of because I'm friends with a lot of Swifties, and I'm friends with a lot of people. So I grew up listening to Taylor Swift, because my parents really like Taylor Swift. So a lot of stuff I like of hers is like the old music, right? Like the stuff that I grew up on, like her country stuff. So I was talking to like one of my friends who's really into Taylor Swift, and like I cannot fathom that that's considered old, because to me it still felt like it still feels like her newest album was like 1989. That's where I'm at right now. So everything after that, I'm like, I don't perceive time, and that's just crazy to me. Passage of time, insane. Okay, we're almost done with the wing. Just a few more feathers, and I'll be free. Gotta change a couple things. This doesn't feel balanced. That's why it's important to zoom out once in a while. Alright. Speaking of music, the other day I watched this guy at FC Colleen Ballinger's Apology, a ukulele song on Guitar Hero, which just, what a series of words to say. If you haven't seen it, don't give her the views, don't give her the monetization on it, because I'm sure she monetized it. But just I haven't seen an apology video be memed so hard before, and the bar has already been set so high, but this one, people really had their fun with it, which I don't know. On one hand, I'm like, I'm glad we're all just collectively clowning on that idiot, but also on the other hand, like, she clearly did it for media attention, and I wish people would stop giving her media attention for it. Because there's no sane person would have gone, okay, this is a genuine apology. It was clearly for views. Nice, yeah. I also saw someone score it on ukulele, and I am tempted to learn it, but the better part of me is trying to resist that urge. Somewhere, oh my god, Shane Dawson. What is he? Sometimes I'm like, what are they doing at this point? I wonder how their lives are going. I hope it's going poorly, but I do wonder. Alright. Merge that down. I'm gonna fix his facial expression because I'm not a huge fan of this. It's too aggressive. I feel like this shows the importance of eyebrows. Yeah, guys, if you are struggling with same face syndrome, if you want to make better facial expressions, play around with the eyebrows. Just make different shapes with them, you know. The eyebrows truly, I feel like the eyebrows are genuinely the most expressive part of someone's face. Like, just what I've learned from drawing people, you can do a lot with them. He's still making videos. You know, I'm glad that I didn't know that. I'm glad he is just faded to obscurity to that point. Alright. You know what? I think we're good. I think that's our final line art. See it without. Alright, yeah. So there we go. There's the line art. I think we're done for the stream. It's been fun. I would love to stream more. I would love to finish this piece fully on stream. So we'll see how my schedule pans out now that I figured this out. But yeah, I don't know how to end the stream. Did everyone have fun? If so, glad we had fun. If not, I'm sorry, I guess. Alright. Bye everyone.